A lot's going on here at City Hall as well, Cynthia. Now we have some new strong recommendations from Dr. Eileen de Villa, the Medical Officer of Health here for Toronto. Short of offering mandates and orders, she is introducing new measures for businesses. Starting today, all non-essential retail spaces like clothing stores or hair and nail salons are being asked to close their doors. Other places like grocery stores and pharmacies are considered essential places selling goods that people will need like food and supplies. They can stay open while doing their best to encourage social distancing. Many store chains have already taken the initiative to close shop.
I'm encouraging non-essential businesses that remain open to get behind social distancing. I'm encouraging these businesses to do the right thing.
De Villa also addressed the number of investigations taking place to try and determine sources of people contracting the virus. She provided no update on the 11 cases of community spread from yesterday, but did provide an example of how she feels they're making progress on finding answers.
What you often find is that cases which on the surface may not look linked, as you dig deeper and do the investigation and understand the histories and that which these people were doing when they might have transmitted illness, we sometimes find links. And I did hear about one particular situation today that some of our staff are working on. We had 2 separate cases. On the surface of it, seemingly unlinked, but with very thorough investigation, we actually found some links between these cases.
Early this morning, we also found out a TTC employee has tested positive for COVID-19, resulting in the first case for the transit agency. The man is a mechanic, and the TTC says he worked a shift on March 11th after returning from travel, and he was sent home sick. He's not been back at work since. He alerted the TTC last night that he did test positive for the virus, and the TTC says now, as a result, around 130 to 170 employees are currently in self-isolation.
He's been staying home. We've been in contact with him. He's resting. He's hanging in there right now. We've also been in touch with Toronto Public Health, making sure they're aware of this, and we're following through. I'm here today talking with the rest of them in that building. You know, taking an abundance of caution, it's making sure that we're going to close down that building and get in there and start disinfecting over the next couple of days.
Also news today of Wheel-Trans operations being overwhelmed apparently as a result of changes to service announced yesterday. Vehicles had been made available to transport community housing residents identified as symptomatic to assessment centers for testing.
The TTC's Wheel-Trans reservation system has been overburdened with calls from non-Wheel-Trans customers seeking transportation to assessment centres. Wheel-Trans does not provide public transport to assessment centres or hospitals.
Fire Chief Matthew Pegg also talking about the weather forecast ahead. There is expected strong winds and rain, and he wanted to let everybody know in the city that city staff is on standby should there be any cases of flooding or power outages, and that everything should be fine.